Phuket hotels shut down again. A third wave of COVID-19 infections is coursing through Thailand. It is expected that with this shutdown, hotel occupancy rates will remain in the single digits through May. The only hope for tourists and hotels is a coronavirus vaccine that achieves herd immunity, 70% of the population being immunized. Thai Hotels Association THA President Marissa Sukasal Nonpak said on April 23 that the latest coronavirus outbreak has affected not only room rentals but hotel restaurants and conference centers. Only hotels with strong financial foundations or those getting financial support from parent companies will be able to survive, she said. Hotel operators had expected to parlay a relatively strong Songkran into a solid May and limp into the fall, when foreign tourism is expected to resume. But the third wave has wiped out any chance to make money this spring, Marissa said. Fewer than half the hotels in tourist destinations nationwide are open for business, with many of those considering closing until October. Marissa said that will only fuel the tourism sector's unemployment crisis. Currently, 45% of hotel employees are jobless, reported the Bank of Thailand. Marissa said the only hope for tourists and hotels is a coronavirus vaccine. The government must commit to investing in an adequate amount of vaccines for herd immunity, or about 70% of the population, as soon as possible to gain foreigners' trust to travel to Thailand. Apart from vaccinations, the THA is urging the government to press on with plans to open Phuket in July to vaccinated tourists without them having to endure quarantine, and expand that to 5 other provinces in October. If that schedule is postponed, it will definitely impact the country's economic recovery, she said. COVID-19 prevention and management are very important, but economic stimulation is important as well, Marissa said. The third COVID-19 wave has affected all supply chains in the tourism industry, including hotels, airlines, tour companies, restaurants, transportations, and more. It can be seen from the lack of bookings for the increase in domestic routes. For instance, in-flight operations from Bangkok to tourist cities, tour companies prepared and offered domestic packages, but not many were purchased. Meanwhile, transportation, including buses and vans, started fixing and checking vehicles to provide services again. Then the current situation made all entrepreneurs feel hopeless, and they have no idea how to adjust, Marissa said. Kongsaku Pongsakurn, president of THA's Southern Chapter, said that about 200-300 hotels, a total of 15,000 rooms, are open in Phuket. Bookings after Songkran are at 20-30% of capacity for holidays and 5-10% on weekdays. The new bookings are delayed because people will wait and see the province's disease control measures and the spread of the third COVID-19 wave. If the situation is not better, there will be no tourists. So, hotels will certainly temporarily close again. The situation for hotels in Phuket has become serious because the third wave destroyed hope of gaining income during Songkran and school holidays. Bookings were cancelled or postponed. People hope that the government will continue their plan to provide vaccines to 400,000 people in Phuket to open the island for foreigners, which is only one way to create income for Phuket and Thailand, Kongsak said. If the government cannot provide the vaccines and open Phuket, more small and mid-sized hotels and related businesses will go out of business because most savings were spent for survival, while some businesses already used all of their savings, he said. Number rebuild interval.